Alright, welcome back to my GMCJAM reviews. This game is called Ultimate Japanese Spaceship Shooter by Teroil. Teroil Corporation is down there at the bottom. You may be wondering why this video looks so strange in my video feed. Well, it's partially because the video forces full screen, doesn't fill up the full screen, scales itself down automatically, and does some other funky things to where I could not get my video to work correctly. I would have to resize it. I have to just get a completely different video player in order to get it to work correctly. Because it's trying to size the game window, and the game is telling it somewhere that it's not. Basically, dude, I do not like the way that you optimize your game screen. As a result, your YouTube video isn't going to look right. That's your problem. I made it look a whole lot better than it would have otherwise. It would have been a little corner of the screen of 1080p, and you wouldn't have liked that at all. So, little rant aside, we're going to play the game and judge it on its objective merits, but seriously, don't force full screen for a game that's this tiny little size, and then make it to where it doesn't scale up to fill the full screen. That's just mean. Game is made for the GMCJAM19, made this game completely by myself. Soundtrack by Pugly. If I click on that, it uses a link and it goes somewhere else. Not looking at that. Play! That to move and X to shoot. Got it. Alright, so I'm a little ship. The shooting actually has recoil, which is pretty cool. There is no sound effects that I can tell of. These things are Japanese faces that I'm shooting. I'm collecting sushi, which makes me healthier, I guess. Ow. Okay. Level 1, lives 5. Kills, 6 out of 25. So I gotta get a certain number of kills, looks like, to beat this. If I'm not at full health, that is, I can pick up sushi. And then it puts me back up some health. Most of the time I'm too full health to do that because I'm awesome. Let's see what else this game has to offer, because right now I'm not seeing a whole lot of special things here to make the whole screen issues for recording worth it. But I need to be more careful so that I can murder everything. Alright, kills, 26, 25. Now I gotta get 50 kills. That instantly gave me quite a few. That's nice. I appreciate being able to get so many kills at one time. The enemies don't attack you much if you're not directly in front of them, which is a good thing given the style of game, because he can throw as many enemies on the screen as he wants to, and it's only going to get so hard. So that's actually pretty good design. I don't know whether it was intentional or not, but that's not bad. That's okay. Sushi is dropping less often than I expected it to. I should stop trying to tank hits, because that's what I've been doing, just tanking every once in a while. Some sushi here and there. Okay, 45 kills down, quite a few to go. Still have 5 lives. It's not bad. Okay, I've got all the kills I need. Level 3. Now each level looks like it's going to introduce a new enemy type of some sort. Or at least the second one did. I guess I shouldn't base a trend off of one. That'd be quite an extrapolation there. Sample size 1. Yep, it's going to do this every single time. I'm already half out of health. I need to find me some sushi. Like this sushi. There are some kinds of enemies that are just kind of zipping around, it seems like. Those fish-like things from Mario. But I can't really tell what they're supposed to be doing, because I don't think I've gotten hit yet, and I don't think I've had the time to dodge them whenever I have seen them. Oh, I killed one. Oops. Didn't even mean to. So there's that. So far we got some Japanese heads. We got, what is that, walking tofu? You know, tofu's not necessarily Japanese. It's a thing. It's just soybean oil. I don't know, Japanese people do like their soy. It could be exclusively Japanese. I need more sushi before I get myself in any more trouble. Nom nom nom. Okay. There's honestly, like... I mean, the tofu graphics are okay. But everything else about this game, there's no sound effects to make it more exciting. The The game just consists of, hey, here, get 25 more kills each level than you did last level. I mean, there is some ooh, backgrounds are different. That's, I guess, an allusion to the whole karaoke thing that Japan has going on. That microphone. That are the guys just admitting the obvious, that Japan has better music than anywhere else. Because it does. I don't like the microphones as much as the faces because there is no sweet spot to hit them at. And the bullets that shoot are bigger. And I get that you're trying to make the enemies more challenging as they go along. But honestly, you're just making me want to avoid those guys because there's no real incentive not to avoid them. The microphones aren't really fair. There are sound effects for that. Okay. Okay, we'll continue, I suppose. On level 4. The recoil, again, is actually pretty nice, but I hardly notice it because, well, honestly, I just line myself up, and the bullets aren't that visible, so I can't really see what they're doing all that well, and I just line myself up and hope for the best. But yeah, if I want to kill a microphone, I feel like I gotta tank it. There's not really anything else I can do there. Just tanking everything. The good thing is, if something is shooting at me, then it's directly ahead of me. And if I want... I mean, I can't... let me rephrase something I said earlier. I can do something else against the microphones, I just don't feel like it. So if you see me kill a microphone, most of the time it was an accident. I mostly prefer to kill the faces and the soy. The fish are also completely accidental every time. Also, I get that Mario is Japanese, but I'm not sure if I like the sprite stealing there. And I hope the rest of these sprites are not stealing as well. I mean, it's not outlawed that you can use other sprites for this GMCJAM thing that we're doing. But generally, for a sprite, especially one that small, it's nice to show some initiative and really stake your name on your game. It's such a small game, and the oh, I just noticed that the enemies have really cool death animations. It's like they're flipping the paper image. And since everything looks so flat anyways, that actually really works for the aesthetic of the game. So that's an interesting thing that the game has going for it. But that's one of the few interesting things that the game has going for it. I think if I die, I'm going to have to restart this level, so I prefer not to die. That would be just great if I could handle that. We'll see. If I should focus on killing all of the tofu, it should be fine. And finding any sushi that pops up. Did I just run into a microphone? Like, directly, straight into a microphone? No questions asked. Boom! Microphone. I'm gonna eat this sushi and then I'm just gonna hang out because the end of the level approaches and I have some things I want to do. Level 5. What kind of new enemy we got going on this time? I feel as if I'm honor bound to just stay in this as long as I can, but I feel like that's gonna be... Actually, I don't know. Based on what just happened, it may not be all that long. Shouldn't be too long. The game does have an amount of challenge to it. It's just not quite as structured or interesting visually or musically as some of the other games that I've been playing of similar types. Like that Bullet Hell game that I played in a previous video. The game was very well structured around the things that were shooting at you. Whereas this is just kind of, let's spam you with a whole bunch of things, some of which it's ridiculously and annoyingly hard to shoot, and let's give you no reason to go after those particular ones. There aren't really... Maybe I was just irritated when I came into this game. Oh wow. The game is running so smoothly at the moment, I feel like it's been lagging when there are more enemies on the screen, which should not happen. Should not happen at all. Are the enemies, like, not... Are they not killing themselves when I leave them alone and they leave the room? Maybe it's just because I died in slow motion that I feel like the game was going slower. But when a game does not run smoothly on my computer, that's bad. Because my computer, I mean, you know the recent debacle or whatever, however you say that word. You know the recent problems with Arkham Knight, right? That thing almost ran perfectly on my computer. I did not have all that many problems at all. Because my computer is stupidly expensive, and I built it myself, and it's awesome, and Whee! I should not have any trouble running any of these games, but I don't think that was lag. I think I'm mistaken there. I'm going to give this game the benefit of the doubt there. If it was lagging, so help me. Never let this guy near it. Game Maker again. No, I'm kidding. So it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to defeat this level, which is okay. It's fine. The music's not really making me want to stay, honestly. Sorry. Just sounds like somebody threw in a bunch of MIDI stuff together. Said, oh, these all sound good individually. Let's throw these together into a file. I feel like I'm bashing on this game a lot, and it's got some good things about it. Like, for example, the ship's sprite changes based on what angle I'm going up at, and the firing actually seems like it is alternating between my two guns, although only one of them has a muzzle flare. And the enemy types, by the way, which I hadn't seen any new ones this level, so at least I'm not going to be missing anything if I die now. The enemy types are at least unique, and some of them look okay, like the tofus. So let's see what happens if I press continue. I can't. So end. That was Ultimate Japanese Spaceship Shooter. Honestly, kinda, I'm not going to say disappointed, but I'm kind of put off by the whole problems that I have with the screen and all that kind of stuff. The music just didn't keep me in the game. If it had switched up some between levels, maybe it would have been more bearable. We didn't do much. There wasn't many sound effects to speak of. The enemy design wasn't great. The art wasn't great. Sorry, it's just not working out for me. It's not you. It's me. Actually, it's probably you. But I'm not really like bashing on this. This is a perfectly playable game. It is better than 90% of the games I've ever made. But on an objective game-making thing, this game was kind of annoying to deal with. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to say goodbye to it before I stop recording, because I can't get to my recording thing because it forces full screen. I don't want to mess around with Alt-Tab too much. So yes, that was Ultimate Whatchamacallit. And this is the GMC Jam Reviews, and I am a harsh reviewer.